world of YouTube, true crime, a tale for sight, and everything else. Well, due to everybody else going to podcasting, and seems to be a lot of people out there just wandering off on cases of unknown stuff and this and that. I have been, struggling with keeping up with the times here. Trying to find stuff. Went into Unsolved Mysteries last night, watching decided to watch some of that and came across a couple cases. I'm going to be going over another one, but a couple cases came up that were interesting to me, and to me seems to have poor investigation. And I figured I'd look into these two cases and go over with them and put them in the description box to get the full story out. But yeah, it's just another poor investigation. Since the Delphi murders, Summer Wells, and all the other hundreds of thousands of cases that are out there that are poorly investigated. And of course, I'm always searching, looking to find something very intriguing, interesting. And this one, of course, has got to do with jealousy. The woman on the right. Oh, yes. Hawk just flew over my head. It's the same hawk that was in my backyard one day. Nice. But, anyways, the woman on the right, was going through some marital problems. Of course, the husband's all Mr. Innocent. The woman on the left was pretty much, oops, I got the wrong person. And due to the same names, and they lived around the same area in Texas. I believe it said it was in Houston, Texas. And for the detectives to say this has no relation. These murders were not conducted to be, connected with each other, which I find is BS. Because if you do read the article, you will see the husband pretty much, he's still out. He did not get charged with nothing, but the way that it all goes down, damn well that he just wanted to be done with the marriage, is right. Here's one of these cases where, the man don't want to take the responsibility, don't want to step up to what he is, supposed to do as a man, and whether or not the woman gets half your money, half your pay. Yeah, some dudes, they do end up losing a lot. But hey, you gotta think. You're either gonna make that work or you're gonna not have it happen at all. And it took me a long time, to find the right person to settle down with. I wasn't out there looking for quantity like a lot of men do. I look for quality. And right, something that's gonna stick. And even though me and my wife didn't have a perfect relationship, we managed to work everything out. And went back to the first day, or the first 3-4 years where we had good times. Relationship. But you either learn how to work it out or you don't, and you let it go. And if kids are involved, yeah, expect the worst. Expect losing your money until they're 18. But hey, you gotta think. And, not only was this a poor investigation, and they're not even looking at I think they said that they were still looking at the husband as a suspect, but they're still not pushing nothing, and I think to this day the guy is still out. And the reason why I do think that this did happen is because, right, how the hit went down, and when you hire a hitman, I guess there's something about doing a hit, especially with married women. You gotta have you need to take the ring off the finger to prove the job was done. And in this case, the woman on the left in the photos you're looking at was the wrong hit. She was burnt to death, left in the car, ring taken off her finger. But, oops, some dumbass goofed. Because, right, as you can look clearly, either or, whether whose name's who. One is Mary Lou, and the other one is just Mary. But I'm sure the Mary Lou probably gets called Mary on a daily basis. Probably that's what confused. I know my mother's was named Mary Ellen. A lot of people called her Mary. Most of the time just to bust their chops, but I heard a lot, my father, relatives, hey, Mary. So I'm sure that's, of course, you get these dumb criminals. Oh, don't get me wrong, they'll do a hit. But, right, when you see a lot of drive-bys gone wrong or people being killed and, oh, it's the wrong person. Yeah, then people are just straight up stupid. All they are looking for is getting that pay and doing their job right. And that's that. But, it's unfortunate two people had to lose their life for nonsense. And, but of course they still ain't, pressing the issue. So that's why I like to share these kind of stories, especially like the Delphi murders. There's things out there that are just BS. Things that get overlooked, things that don't get overturned, and it just ends up into a tragedy of its own. And it's like, and right, justice. Where's the justice? People upon people. Losing lives because of bad decisions that someone made, and then they will just want to get out, just like Chris Watts. Mr. Watts. But I wonder what's been going on with Mr. Watts lately. I haven't looked into that dipstick for a while. All I know, he's got shunned from jail, and that's the only thing I like to see. Hopefully the next thing I read is he's dead in his cell. And now he's got a... Oh man, I don't know, that guy's a friggin'... What a beaut. And the guy that really keeps going on about his case and just not leaving it alone, he's even more beaut. But I think he has it too. little thing for Chris Waltz. I think he wants to see Chris Waltz's full Monty on the case of what really fat chair detective wants from Waltz. He wants to see his tallywhacker. Oh man. I don't know, folks. I'm trying to do more productive things. Trying to think what I can do for videos and start up in my game, because like I say, I know I'm missing out on a lot, losing out on a lot, and it sucks. I wish I can do podcasts, but that's definite out of the question. Live streaming. I mean, I can do them like now, like I'm doing, but you know, my service sucks. And it's just, that's another thing, you know. I only get this time because I got so much stuff to do. And little time to do it. In my little trip down to Florida, I mean, that was a nightmare of its own because of the kids and how they act. But, you know, it wasn't a real pleasure journey. Even down there, I got sprung up in every little thing. So, I mean, time to me is just trying to get the right time. But anyways, not to get off track. I mean, this case, right, I think was, even though they're still searching or looking, whatever, I mean, poorly investigated, just like any other case out there that's poorly investigated, and then it just sits on a shelf, or it just gets closed. You know, lack of evidence, lack of this, and it sucks. It just sucks to see stuff like this. It does, and the family's got to live with this. Kids growing up with no mother got to live with this. And to me, it's friggin' disturbing. That's why I like to show these cases. I like when I find stuff like this that's been lost for many years, and I like to reboot it because no one should be forgotten. Especially when someone loses their life in this manner. That's right. There's a lot of women out there that, oh, the daddy is gone. Or the marriage is on the rocks. We can't figure it out. And it's just easy to pick up and leave. Oh, that's the easy part. It's easy to get rid of the other person, too. Just get rid of them. Like, wow. How can anybody think like that? Inhumane? Judge the person that's been on this earth just as long as you, and their life is gone like that. Just because responsibility is not in your favor. Unbelievable. You're about to wonder why the world is corrupt. This is a good majority of that problem right here. Unleveled relationships. I still yet have to go over my version of what I think love in relationships should be. Yes, it is a triangle. And what I've been finding out about triangles, go figure, it's about to wonder why they're used in this metaphor. Just like the Bridgewater Triangle, my New England Triangle, my Wachusett Triangle, the Bermuda, and why relationships and stuff like this is all screwed up. And it's been going on for the longest time, of course. And it's like, wow, to see, you know, this kind of stuff match up with, match up with these kind of evil land triangles. Because the triangles that, right, or the ocean, the Bermuda, the Bridgewater, all these triangles, they ain't pretty. Ain't something you want to mess with. That's why it's pretty, it's kind of like to say, whoa, why is the relationship triangle match up with this stuff? Because that's what's out there. These stories right here prove it. It's just what it is, I guess. And it's been going on for a long time, millions of years. As long as there have been a human being walking on this planet, there's been so much tragedy, disgusting things, and anything else you can imagine that's happened. And it's like, when is it ever going to end? Let's give these two women a moment of silence. Till that next video, be safe, take care. And if you're ever in an abusive relationship, I think the best thing is for you is to, or in any type of relationship, and it's not going too well, and and get that feeling, I think you should use that feeling and just move on with yourself before something tragic happens like this. Get wiped out by some dumb husband because, you're gonna cheat on me, or you're leaving me, or you're gonna take all my money. Yeah, that's right. Just sick. I don't know why people even get in relationships if they can't handle it. It makes no sense. That's why I think there should be schooling for this. Whole class of just something out there to make everybody realize what it would be like to have kids and be in a relationship. There should be a whole separate schooling. Because people need to be taught. Because you're not handed a manual, just like you're not handed a manual having a baby. You don't know this stuff. You can learn stuff, but still, everybody ain't the same. Living with somebody ain't the same. You don't get that book, folks. And I think it should be taught. Till the next video. Out.